And go ahead.
Thank you. Welcome to Awards Ceremony 4. I'm Laura Pyrak-Nolte, the president of InterPore and host for today's ceremony. Our first award for today is a new award, and the InterPore Foundation is pleased to announce the award, the Rien van Genuchten Early Career Award of Porous Media for a Green World. And we're very excited to have Professor van Genuchten to introduce the award to the InterPore community and to announce the first winner. Professor van Genuchten.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. So I'm very pleased to be here to be able to introduce the first winner of InterPore's Early Career Award for Porous Media for a Green World. And the idea of the award was really to honor an early career scientist for theoretical, experimental, or modeling advances on natural and industrial porous media, especially research then that would address major soil, hydrologic, or environmental problems facing our planet. The award is intended preferentially for young researchers from countries with low and middle income economies. The award is given every year to a person with at most 3 years of experience after receiving his or her PhD. And that comes with an InterPore grant of €1,500. And it was initiated by Betty May Pontedero through the donation to the InterPore Foundation. So I'm very happy to introduce now our first winner, Dr. Basant Yadav. And Basant's research during and after his PhD focused on the integration of work, experimental, numerical, uncertainty analysis to more effectively deal with water quantity, quality, and environmental remediation problems. He received his PhD in 2017 in water resources engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology in Delhi, and then did postdoctoral work in both India and United Kingdom, but I understand he will shortly join the faculty of IIT Roorkee in India. At least a dozen papers of his work have appeared in such major journals as Journal of Hydrology, Hydrologic Engineering, and a few others. And he also has been unusually active as a young scientist within the international porous media research community. So Basant, Dr. Yadav, it's an absolute pleasure for me to honor you as the recipient of this award. On behalf of the InterPore Society, our congratulations for being the first recipient to receive the award. We wish you very much success in your career. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. van Genuchten, and we'll now hear from Dr. Basant Yadav.
Hello everyone, I hope you're well, staying safe and healthy. I'm very honored and privileged to receive the Rien van Genuchten Early Career Award of Porous Media for a Green World. My sincere thanks go to Professor Brajesh Kumar, who nominated me, and the selection committee for considering my name for this great honor. I started my journey from a very small village in the central India and reached this stage with the help of many great teachers, supervisors, and colleagues. My first teacher was my father, who taught me to be an honest and hardworking man. I got my research inspiration from my master supervisor, Professor M. Perumal and Professor Indus Bardosi. Professor Shashi Mathur, who was my PhD supervisor, always trusted me with my ideas and supported me at every stage. He is a man with a lovely personality, and I hope someday I can be just like him. I would also like to thank Dr. Alison Parker, who is my current line manager, for allowing me to grow and giving me a rare opportunity to work with Professor Ken Ruston. Professor Ruston is a great inspiration and motivation to many early career researchers like me to pursue the career in the groundwater hydrology. Lastly, I would like to thank my mother for the constant love and support, my brother who has been the constant source of strength during the tough times, and my wife Ankita for listening to all the presentation, lectures, and mock interviews. I'm going to start a new journey as a faculty member in the Department of Water Resource Development and Management of IIT Roorkee in October 2020. And I'm sure this award will motivate me every day to work harder for a better and greener world. Thank you so much for this great honor.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Dr. Yadav. And thank you for your response. We'll now move on to the second award in our ceremony, which is the PoreLab Award for Young Researchers. And here to introduce the award is Dr. Alex Hansen.
Thank you. So the InterPore PoreLab Award is for young scientists, is a prize that now is being given for the third time. It is fairly easy to be part of award committees for prizes given to septuagenarians with phone book-like CVs. With the candidates having 50 years of being in the race, there has been ample time to separate the very good from the good. But how to do that for candidates with only a few years behind them to build a track record? Well, it is not that difficult. Excellence shines also at young age, and it certainly shines for this year. Dr. Hamad Aslannejad is the 2020 recipient of the InterPore PoreLab Award for Young Researchers. Dr. Aslannejad did his PhD at Utrecht University in 2018, and he is now a postdoc at the same institution. Dr. Aslannejad's work concerns imbibition in thin porous media. That means ink moving into paper, i.e. printing on paper. This problem has been with us for a very long time. The Chinese were the first when they, sometime before 240 AD, invented woodblock printing. It took somewhat longer in Europe to rediscover this technique. The first records are from around 1400, and Gutenberg did his work some 50 years later. So it's an old and hugely important problem. And then the obvious comment, something that's been with us for almost 2 millennia has to be completely understood by now. Well, that's a bad argument. The same argument could be made for medicine. Our bodies have been with us forever, so we should know everything by now. But we don't. We don't know medicine, all of it, and we don't know paper printing, all of it. Science and technology form an interwoven tapestry, and progress at one place induces progress elsewhere. Paper printing, or rather imbibition in thin porous media, is a narrow but important field of research driven by our rapidly increasing understanding of flow in porous media at the pore level in general. Dr. Aslannejad has made important contributions here, theoretically, computationally, and experimentally. So it is a great pleasure to present this award to Dr. Hamad Aslannejad. He is exactly the kind of laureate we hope for, we who fund it. Well, congratulations and good luck for a great future in science. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hansen. And we'll now hear from Dr. Aslannejad.
Good evening, everybody. I feel humbled and extremely honored to be selected for the PoreLab Award for Young Researchers. I have faced several challenges on my way here, but each of them has only strengthened me to make me the person I am today. Winning this award would have not been possible without the inspiration I have received from my seniors and my colleagues, for whom I have the deepest respect and from whom I have derived the strength to challenge myself and perform better at each stage. In particular, my supervisor, Professor Aslannejad, has been instrumental in shaping my mentality in research and academia. My academic life outside my original country has started 6 years ago in Netherlands, where my family and I have found hospitality and opportunities. During my work, I have been in contact with companies like Canon, Omnia, and DSM, and I have received tremendous support from my collaborators there, in particular Dr. Tomazio and Dr. Gane. Above that, I am thankful to Geoscience faculty of Utrecht University and my colleagues there, in particular Professor Schoting and Dr. Rao, who have been always supportive. I am also thankful to InterPore for serving Porous Media Society tremendously. I am enormously happy that my comrade partner Rien is next to me as always. She has made my life a success in every way. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, Dr. Aslannejad. And now we come to the InterPore Rosette Award the InterPore Rosette honors individuals who've made significant contributions to InterPore through their service. The first winner is Eric Morales Cacique for his role in establishing the Mexican National Chapter and serving as its chair from 2017 to 2020. Next is Nikolai Timozu for his active role in the Benelux chapter, serving as its chair from 2017 to 2020, and organizing a chapter meeting in 2016. We're pleased to give a rosette to Matthijs de Winter for his valuable efforts as the editor-in-chief of the InterPore newsletter, which we receive several times a year, and for serving on the organizing committee of InterPore 2020. Next, we acknowledge Laura Langoni for her sustained and intensive efforts as a member of the communication committee and assistant to the chair. Lei Zhang is honored for his expert services as editor of the Huva app and valuable efforts as co-chair of InterPore 2020. And Nushin Shanibzaza is acknowledged for her service as director of the InterPore Foundation and her role as communication officer of the foundation. We thank all of you for your service to InterPore. Again, we thank our sponsors for supporting this conference, and we are now at the end of the awards ceremony.